Hey there, Kelly Mank, Executive Director for BNI Maine. We have a special guest with us today, Jim Keenan with Keenan Technology, and also on our Director and Ambassador team. We are going to talk about our core values today and one specific core value of traditions and innovation. But it's important to know that BNI has 7 core values that we sort of do life and business through. Those core values are givers gain, building relationships, lifelong learning, traditions and innovation, positive attitude, accountability, and recognition. Traditions and innovation is really important. It means that we honor our tradition and look to a brighter future fueled by innovation, optimism, and excitement. We're super excited to have Jim with us because last year at our awards gala, not only did he win the 2022 Member of the Year, sorry, Jim, I'm going to embarrass you now. However, he also won one of our very prestigious core value awards for tradition and innovation. So I want to ask Jim, why is just the traditions of BNI and the innovation that we are doing so important to you, and how is it working for you?
Thanks, Kelly. I appreciate you having me over. It's been, it'll be fun to do this. Hey, I'm looking at BNI as the way I am going to market my business. And when I looked at the history and I read some of the older, Ivan Meisner books that you gave us when we became members 8 years ago and stuff, reading some of that and looking back at the history of the way BNI kind of came into being and what it did and all the things that it would kind of change to make networking better. BNI is filled with traditions. In fact, we have some people who think that they can get by with just the traditional part of what they've done forever. But what BNI is doing and has done for us in the past with these innovations has been fantastic. So if you think about it, when the pandemic hit and everybody was like up in arms about what are we going to do? We're going to get our money back for BNI because we can't meet in person, all that. Within 2 weeks, we had a platform in place on Zoom where we could use that innovation and still meet and still do our networking and sell our business and sell our ideas and meet with our peers, even though we had to stay 6 feet away from most people and stay in our house. We were still able to do all of that work. Now, that would not have been possible 5 years previous. I don't think they would have had the foresight to say that this could be coming or even think that it was a good idea. So the innovation of getting us online and giving us that opportunity to still use our BNI membership to its fullest and to its best ability. Granted, was it the best for everybody? No, there were plenty of people that fought having to be online. Then there are the other people who left their mute on or off, and all the time you could hear them giggling in the background. It made for some really fun and interesting meetings. And in all honesty, ours being the oldest chapter in Maine, I was so pleased to see some of our original members who were in the room the day it started stuck with the Zoom meetings, and they still did all of the meeting stimulus. They still did all of that stuff. They took that innovation and still sold their business and their ideas. So it was so fantastic. One of the other things that I've seen come from all of that is the sharing of people's information through social media. All of that social media work that people have been doing, like we're doing the BNI Summer Games right now, and we are going to be focused a lot on doing things with Facebook and all these other things and LinkedIn. And in all honesty, I don't like to do Facebook much. It's not my forefront. I don't get to a restaurant and go, I cannot wait to take a picture of my meal. My wife takes pictures of her meals and sends it to people, but I do not. I let her do it. So for me, I had, like during the winter games, I had to really step up my game and say, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it 100%. And I want to make sure I'm active because I want my chapter to get exposure and I want me to get exposure. As I said in the beginning, this is the only way I'm doing the marketing for my business. So in all honesty, if I don't put as much into this as I can, what's the sense of doing it? So BNI's put it out there. We can use LinkedIn a little bit. If we go to you and say, hey, we want our chapter on LinkedIn, we're able to do, a lot on Facebook. and still spread our message to Facebook. I mean, I have friends of mine from Facebook from grade school, and they're seeing what I'm doing in BNI. So it's kind of cool. And then there are other avenues on the way. I don't want to mention anything. One rhymes with pickpock or something like that. Who knows? All of these different things that again are options down the road, not necessarily tomorrow, not necessarily next month, but things that I do know that we're kind of looking at, because there are all of these different platforms for us to be spreading our message about our business and about BNI.
That's awesome. I when I think of some of the traditions of BNI and what we still do today that we did 16 years ago when I joined BNI, it's amazing how that structure and the commitment and the accountability, like that is our core, that is our base, and our core values that we have really speaks for that. It's absolutely incredible the results that we see. So Jim, I really appreciate you, and I really appreciate you coming on here and talking a little bit about the core value of traditions and innovation. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thank you, everybody, for watching, and happy networking.